What's up, guys? This is TL Hughes coming at you, and I'm going to be actually doing a review. This is going to be for Forza Motorsport 5. Just to get this out of the way, I've played every single Forza Motorsport that's been made. I've loved them. I love racing games in general, but I have to say that this one, even though it looks phenomenal, I don't like a lot of things that they've added and or taken out. Let's start this off by comparing on their website, actually. As you can see, Forza 5 has 200 cars from over 50 manufacturers that were licensed and 14 track circuits that are used, while Forza 4 approximately had 500 cars from 80 different manufacturers and 27 different track circuits. Now this, I'm not quite sure why they didn't get all the manufacturers they had before, if they were not just on board with them, if they ran out of time, they rushed it, I don't know, but it's a significant drop considering going from 500 to 200 cars and almost splitting the manufacturers in half and halving the circuits, which includes one of the most popular and famous tracks, the Nürburgring, which is the longest track on Forza. Now, I would like to make some points about things that just ruin this game. Well, I would like to not say ruined because I still play the shit out of it. For every event to be gold, I have a little under 200 races left and I'm already at level 152. But these things I don't understand why. And to be honest, compared to Forza 4, I don't really know if Forza 5 is better. So let's start the list off. Microtransactions. So they incorporated major microtransactions where you can buy cars with real money, you can buy tokens with real money to either buy upgrades or whole cars, and you can even buy XP boosts. So if you don't want to grind out the 150 levels to get the 150 achievement, you're welcome to buy XP boost to get double XP or whatever. These are ridiculous. I'm sure people are going to use them. That is why they have the system. Every game is starting to get microtransactions, it seems like. But they get this because they know people don't want to spend the time having the shitty stuff, pretty much. Yeah, I grinded out a lot of the races with the Class D and C cars, and they're slow as dog shit. And it sucks, but you gotta do it if you actually want to grind it out and not be a pussy and shell out even more money than you already did just to have the better cars right off at the start. It's a waste of money in my opinion, but it seems like they focused a lot on that and I think that's just wrong. Another thing is they have fewer cars, fewer tracks, and fewer car manufacturers, like I said before. Now another point I'd like to put on here is there was a lot of manufacturers that you think would be incorporated, but they weren't. No auction house, no online economy. So in Forza 3 and 4, and I believe 2 had an auction house, you could buy, sell, and I believe at one point you could trade them. I'm not sure. I know you could buy and sell though, and it would be an auction just like any other auction. But this is a nice way for people to get cars that they need that really don't want them in their collection but need to use them and maybe pass them on to somebody else. Such as there is a couple of races where you need really expensive cars and they're not the greatest cars. I really don't want in my collection, like 1.5 mil. That's a lot of credits to spend, considering you can't get it cheap on the auction house anymore. So that's out the window. Also, you can't really sell paint jobs and designs. You can have them downloaded and it gives you a certain amount of credits, I suppose. I'm not actually sure how that works right now. There's achievements to unlock where you get a certain amount for selling so many of your designs or paint jobs or tune-ups or whatever. But you can't actually limit your own things. So what if you have the best tune-up possible? The car is the fastest car in the game ever. You should be able to sell that for a lot more than a shittier tune-up. Also, hard work put into designs. Yeah, a lot of downloads ends up giving you a lot of credits in the long run. But also, if you put a higher cap limit, you'd get even more money. But you can't do that anymore. I don't know why they did that. I thought the auction house used to be amazing, but I guess they thought it ruined the game for some reason. Or maybe it fed into the microtransactions where they want people to spend more money to earn more. So you're no longer allowed to sell cars, no longer allowed to gift cars or paint jobs and designs. The in-game economy is terrible, even after the patch. Still hard to earn credits. I'm actually sitting on about 2 mil that I've actually grinded out over about 100 races. And that's from leveling up and affinity bonuses and just grinding it out on gold events. It's super hard. Like, I'm down to the last tiers where you gotta have a car specific that I haven't bought at all. So I actually added up for a very few cars that I need to actually have eligible cars to complete each league to get gold in. That's what I'm working to. I need about 5 or 6 cars. In total, the value is 7.1 million credits. Now, I have 2 mil. The most expensive car that I need to buy is actually 2 mil. But, you know, it took so long to earn that 2 million. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. I'm just still waiting. Grind out as much of the cheaper car ones and wait to see where I'm sitting at and pick which car I want to get and complete that set and hopefully get more credits to earn the rest. I pretty much bought all the cars that I wanted. Now I just need the ones that I need. So I guess I should have waited for some of the cars I wanted to maybe wait when I played online and earn credits. But, you know, it's just a lot harder to earn credits, especially without the auction house. It annoys me, but it doesn't stop me from playing this game. It's so phenomenally beautiful. They did a great job on the graphics, but you know, some of the game mechanics, I don't know why they did it. It seems like they sold out on the microtransactions. Another thing is, affinity bonuses do not give you discounts on parts anymore. It used to be, if you level it up like all the way, I think you got 100% discount on parts that you buy for upgrades for a car manufacturer. Now, all you get is, the max is 25, and I got that with Nissan already. All you get is a 25% payout bonus for each race you compete. And you don't get any kind of discount whatsoever on parts, which pretty much I bought every single Nissan available, and I pretty much upgraded most of them all the way I could, and that costs a lot of money actually, and you get no discounts. You know, it used to be free once you got it all the way up, and now that's completely gone, so that's another thing that hurts your credits so bad. There's no more race simulation, where I used to just watch AI race while tending to other tasks, put it in the background, you know, look up, you could see racing. It's like you're watching actual races on TV. But instead of that, they replaced it with drivatars that race to earn minimal extra credits for you, and you have to sign in daily to get those credits. I play Forza at least a couple races a day, but on top of that, you get the daily drivatar, which is really shitty. I think the most I've gotten at one time and one day was like 10,000 credits, which really isn't shit, you know, considering that's about out a little over a month too. I probably earned maybe 70,000 credits, maybe 100,000 credits at the most from this. Signing in every day too. I think there's a couple I've gotten like 2 or 3K. The most I've ever gotten was 10K. You know, it's not really worth it. And also, in the older ones, when you simulated, you couldn't play, but you know, that also powers you to put it on while you're doing something else, instead of, yeah, having your Xbox off, but you're earning just shit credits. I used to have it run in the background while I was doing housework or homework, or I was at work, and I would earn about 30 to 50,000 credits a race, and I'd come home or look up once it finishes, start another one, you know, earn the same amount of money in an hour or two. So that's another thing. I just think they took out a lot of these things where you could make a lot of money pretty easily and just sacrifice the gamer's experience with their greed for more money, pretty much. With microtransactions, buying cars, you got a lot of the big name cars also, like the Bugatti Veyron. Everybody pretty much buys the Bugatti Veyron. One of the most well-known cars on earth. Everybody wants to drive it, but in this, it's DLC only. You have to buy either the car, just one car for like $5 or $10, something crazy, or you have to buy an actual pack, DLC pack, that's like 10 or 15 bucks, whatever. You still have to pay for that car. It should be like the more outlandish cars that, you know, you just want to be unique and have. Not the big heavy hitter cars like the Bugatti. There's several muscle cars that I actually want to collect, but they're DLC only, so I will never have, because I'm not going to buy them. It seems like they just got greedy with it. Maybe they're just trying it out. I know they've had DLCs before in the past and such, but not to this extent. They minimalized the amount of cars in it. They minimalized the amount of tracks in this game. They minimalized how easy it is to earn credits for the gamer. Okay, so I own this car, Volkswagen. It's one of the cheapies. I'm just testing this out. So if you go to the buy cars Let's find the Volkswagen. Okay. It does not say you already own this at all anywhere. So let's go ahead and try and buy it. Okay. Confirm. Buy with credits. Yeah, let's do that. So it didn't pop up a message at all saying you already own this car. Are you sure you want to purchase again? So, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's go back and see if I have duplicates or I just replaced it. So I have the one I'm in now. Let's go all the way to the end. And there's another one. So, remove. And you can't even sell it. You can just remove it. There's no sell. Doesn't give you any money back. That's some bullshit. This is Turn 10's response to why they have way fewer cars in Forza 5 and fewer tracks. Pretty much they stated that if the exact replication of a track wasn't amazing, like perfect, spot on, or the car was not exactly like the car in real life, they didn't want it in the game. So, which is kind of weird. I mean, yeah, that's a good standard to have, but why wouldn't you just push back the date of release and just take the time to do it and eventually incorporate it into the game? So pretty much they're out for money. That's how I feel. But this game looks beautiful. I love the mechanics in it. Just some of the options they put into the game are disappointing. I'm just going to still play it. I love racing games. But if you're a diehard racing game fan, the truth is this might hurt, but I love it. This game might be a little painful to deal with, but it's beautiful no matter what. If you're more of a casual racer game, I suggest probably Need for Speed. Maybe wait out for the next Forza to come out probably. I don't think they'll stop here at all. And we'll see how it goes. So these are my opinions and takes on Forza 5. I'm still playing the shit out of it and loving it. Just disappointed with some of the decisions they've made. So this is TL Hughes signing out. Peace.